Una, dos, tres. Oh!
I don't know how to start now. Hello there. This is RoundHaus podcast, episode 10.
10.
Hell yeah. Double digits.
Did it, Daddy.
Yeah, Daddy. We're in the double digits. Now.
Episode 2 for me, but whatever.
Yeah. That's he showed up and was like, all right, you know what? Let me see if they'll actually make it past 6, and then I'll give them the time of day. You were invited since day 1.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't wake up. So anyways, there's only 3 of us today. It is I, not Rigi Godinez, it's Jonathan. And we also have
Christian
and
Chito.
Mm-hmm.
so we're the main ones that matter.
Yeah, the guys who get.
We won't
stuff
say it
done.
out loud, but
We don't like to, but
We don't like to,
we
but
sometimes have to.
you know the vibes.
Fucking vibes.
You fucking know it. Well, happy Father's Day, everybody.
Yes.
For those who celebrated, because I know there are some people who it's just Sunday.
There's a lot of daddies out there.
There's a lot of
Oh,
daddies.
y'all daddies doing it.
A lot of daddies that went out for cigarettes, never came back.
And some of y'all ain't doing it.
It was like, it's Father's Day somewhere out there for me. That's fucked
But
up.
yeah, so we got a few topics.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with mine because I think we all finally seen this movie. I saw Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
And I liked it. It was cool. I did fall asleep during it.
That's why I liked it more, because he felt
It was
rested.
excitement
He was
over it.
rested by the end.
Yeah, I was so excited I had passed out. Oh my goodness.
Oh no! I'm just imagine, like, I've seen those guys on the roller coaster. They're like so
Yeah.
excited. They're like, ah!
Yeah, that's me.
They just like,
That's me for movies.
They just like collapse. My biggest fear is if that ever happened to me and I just like happened to hit like a bar or like something when I fell, because it happened. I hit a toilet once when I passed out.
Oh,
like,
crap.
I hit
You
the
what?
I hit the tank of a toilet. Like I passed out in the bathroom. So like, okay, just real quick, we'll go back to Strange. I got up, went to the bathroom, and it was like early in the morning. I like stretched. I'm like, ugh. And then before I knew it, after that, like I was mid stretch, so it's like. And the next thing happened to me was I felt myself like picking myself up from the toilet tank. It was closed, thank God, but like, and I had my right hand slamming on the toilet seat, and my fucking head was right on the actual tank there, and I was like, what the fuck am I? It's like I mid crash. I woke up during an accident or something, and I was like, it was just so fast. I was like, what happened? Did I just time skip?
You know what probably happened?
Blood rush.
Blood rush to
Yeah.
the wrong head. Like went to
Dick.
it went down instead of.
Yeah, my dick was full. I would have landed safely on my tripod.
I think your dick is what saved you.
It's what saved me.
Yeah, no, you.
My dick woke me up.
What, buddy?
What is it? Have you guys ever see Hero Academia where that guy was like paralyzed, so his like finger just like reacted? He like flicked it. It was so strong, but then he like got out of his trance. That was my dick.
Yeah.
My dick flinched and got me out of my trance. He woke. Wake up!
He got you.
Yeah, you got you good.
All right, so not talking about dick anymore. So Strange, I actually very much liked it, but I understand why people didn't.
There's a lot going on.
I think it's the director. I think that's what has people divided, because the director is Sam Raimi, who people would know from the original Spider-Man trilogy, which is mostly good. The first 2, obviously. Third one, fuck that. But he also did Evil Dead, which a lot of people sometimes forget. And he has kind of a
The original one, right?
Oh yeah. That's where he got started off on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am a fan of Evil Dead. I didn't grow up on it, or I kind of got into that series like cult following a little bit later in my life. But I understand now his filmmaking and kind of the stuff he would do as a director, like with Michael Bay. Explosions. Everything kind of looks like it's orange.
Flying.
Yeah, like the scene. Everyone looks like they're covered in fucking oil, or they're like related to a mechanic or something. They just they're all looking like, oh man, I just mowed like 6 lawns. From the last shot to this one, they always look like that. Anyways, but you see their thing, like the way they film it. Sam Raimi's, a lot of his signature was in this Strange movie, and I like it. Like the scariness, the first person like following stuff, and like, that was me. I like that.
It was interesting.
But a lot of people I can understand, not a fan.
What do you think, Jonathan?
It was an okay movie for me. It wasn't like amazing to me. I enjoyed it. The way I rate movies is if it's like a really good movie, I would pay full price. If not, it's like the $5 movie.
The $5 Tuesday.
The $5 Tuesday. Or I watch it. It's like a Netflix movie or streaming movie.
I see.
So this one I probably would have rated like a $5.
$5.
I paid full price, but that's just how the cards were handed that day. So I paid full price.
It's like I have a taste. If it doesn't fill the meter.
So like what I really liked about it was that like it wasn't like your typical in recent years Marvel movie.
It changed the formula. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's kind of like very linear,
refreshing
in the Marvel world. Like as of late, like with these movies, in my opinion. I'm not a superhero fan like that.
Yeah.
I do like them, but they're not like it's not my thing. You know what I mean? Like I would never get a tattoo of any superhero.
No.
But
not a tramp stamp.
like this one just like it went left, right, up, down. Like it hit a different vibe for me. Like it wasn't just like I don't know. It kept me on my toes. I really didn't see
until it knocked you out.
What was gonna happen next? I couldn't really tell. But then again, I'm not keeping up with the movies. Well, it was interesting enough for me to like actually consider the story.
You were entertained.
Yeah, like the story was okay. Yeah, the writing was okay. Doctor Strange is a pretty cool character. I've never really
didn't care.
I never cared for
not much. Yeah,
until now.
He was like a magic Tony Stark to me, honestly.
Yeah,
with this kind of look. He was like, ooh, look at this is with a battery. This is with magic.
Yeah, because they're like the fucking dude's depressed.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting them to hit that.
Yeah, that was actually.
I was like, oh shit, he's fucking depressed.
That was right. I did like that theme where it's kind of the whole like, just because I saved the day doesn't mean I'm happy ending. Yeah, or like I'm happy, like I'm content. Oh, yeah, that satisfaction, like feeling that adult feeling, which is where I was like, that actually was a nice twist too. Yeah. That's why I like the movie because it changed enough of what I was expecting from all the Marvel movies I'd seen, because I am a Marvel fanboy, but I mean I'm starting to fall off of it because I didn't really watch the Eternals either. I kind of didn't really like that one, so they're not all grabbing me anymore. So this one was a nice change of pace. It took characters I'd seen when the formula was there, and then they twisted them a little bit like how they did with Thor Ragnarok. They made Thor different. Like they really twisted it a bit more than I expected, and it was like, oh,
I see what you're saying.
So I was like, it's nice. Movie wise, I mean, like I said, the story was good, a little cheesy and easy at times. That was my little pet peeve. Some things were like, the writing, I don't know why they just didn't feel perfect.
Yeah.
But and some of the visual effects also were kind of hard to ignore how CG some of it looked like. But then there was other times where.
But that was to be expected. With
that
type of superhero.
Yeah, but. Like overall, I think it was a good movie. I put it. I don't think it's like one of my tops, but I did enjoy it a lot more than I expected. And I kind of hope that Marvel continues this pathway, but it also might be a little bit of a dangerous move because if they keep changing the formula too much from what kept making them money, even though it's formulaic, I mean they'll make less money, but it's like if Kevin Hart stopped actually trying to be funny in a movie and tried to be like serious, would it sell as well? Like. Because it's like, all right, we need you to be funny because that's what sells. Yeah. So do your thing. So I'm like, that's where I'm a little scared that Marvel, I like that they're doing that, but then I understand there's a risk in why they might go to the formula if this one didn't make enough money.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of don't like the first few movies. Like, I had like the chuckles, but to me, it's like, it's not all a good time. Like, they're fighting bad. They're fighting these beings that, I mean, they almost died a lot of times. So
Logan was a good example of, like, it's not always funny. Like, that one was, I think,
Logan's a shit.
Yeah, Logan was, like, just how, that one actually, I realized we need a little bit more of Logan. This one felt like maybe creeping towards Logan, but it was, like, then it backpedaled really fast.
Yeah, it started off super personal.
Yeah, right?
Like, just, like, focus on Strange, and then, like, obviously...
Then it went to the magical. Well, it is magic, but like the super adventure Marvel we're expecting. But Logan stayed grounded and deep, and I gotta rewatch that. I only seen that once, and I always thought it was
what? I've seen that shit like 10 times.
No, I gotta rewatch it.
That's the shit.
I gotta rewatch that one. Damn.
Yeah. So like in the end, Doctor Strange, I wouldn't kick her out of bed.
Yeah. That one I might get because I'm a fan of Sam Raimi, so I liked it more because of that.
Might get a second text.
I'd call it an Uber for sure.
Take it home, but you know,
I wouldn't ask her to
I'd
spend
have to leave the same night.
I wouldn't be buying her breakfast.
Like, I have to work tomorrow. It's Sunday. It's for the Lord.
I work for the Lord.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm volunteering at 6 a.m.
I kind of didn't like the story. Like, I don't know. It seemed kind of dumb to me. If they would have done it a little different, maybe. But like everything she did.
What didn't you like? We're gonna go now into spoilers, if anything. Now, so we've been tiptoeing around it, but now we're gonna go into full on spoilers. In 3, 2, 1, you've been warned. So, what did you not like about it?
I guess like the whole aspect of how she went about with her children. To me, I thought that was like kind of dumb. I'm not sure because I think
Did you see WandaVision?
I think the original. No, that show.
Oh, that would see. That's where
but
you're
I
missing.
kind of knew already what that all entailed.
I think
you know?
I mean, knowing it is one thing, but if you had seen how deeply, so pretty much what WandaVision was is a series of her losing her shit in her own mind. So that's honestly her grief. The entirety of it was her grief. So actually, if you want to talk about adult themes, that one as like adventurous as it was, you guys don't care. I'll spoil it for you. I'm assuming.
I don't care.
No,
So she kidnapped an entire town by accident.
Yeah.
And because of her grief and denial, she was just like continuously like blocking out the fact that this wasn't real, but also wanted it. And so that kind of essentially a superhero who was in not the good mental state needs help. And this is what happened. She hurt a lot of people. And so she eventually discovered that she's always been magic or and had access to a book. Had access to a very specific, what the movie was about, that bad book that, essentially, which again, the guy who does Sam Raimi, he's, Evil Dead was the Book of the Dead too, so he always has a thing for books and making women scary, honestly.
I saw the book, I was like, damn.
And then when he made when he had Scarlet Witch be the bad guy, I was like, dude, it's perfect for him. He likes to make girls really scary because he did in Evil Dead. He's like, I'm gonna fucking eat your soul. And that's where I was like, dude, he's perfect at that. That's why I like that. But yeah, so to me, it made sense because again,
Do you know anything about like WandaVision? Like, do you know like the base of it?
Yeah, it was like her. She was having like she made up a reality where Vision was still alive and
it's all fantasy. Like I said, she could. That's when she discovered she could do that. So when she found the book, she started just doing research. Yeah. And at the very end credits of WandaVision, you kind of saw her go from like maybe hopeful, end credits. She's full on looking like a little bit obsessed with this book, like full demonic. I think she's like sitting somewhere, but then her spirit form is like reading all the book religiously, looking very menacing. Mm-hmm. So when I said when Strange showed up, I'm like, you know what's funny? We did kind of leave her at she's looking a little more witchy now. She's looking and rough. So now when we said that the book was tainting her, and from WandaVision till then, she just went full on fucking psycho. Because she knew if she can make a reality, she was going to make a reality with her kid. That was literally her last objective. She had said that. Like, she wants to find a way to bring her kids back. Yeah. So that's why I guess maybe we're missing that impact element where it would have been more acceptable when you saw Strange. Yeah. So I think that's probably why I said
I only knew about it because Liz told me about it. About WandaVision. So I was educated on it. So when I saw WandaVision in the movie, I was like, oh, shit.
Well, she's not WandaVision in the movie, but she's
my bad.
I was like, I'm spinning
that. So when I saw her in the movie, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like that was like a twist for me. That's what I'm saying. Like there was a lot of curveballs.
Oh, you didn't see the trailer? Oh, she was.
I didn't see the trailer.
I was gonna say she was like I thought they were gonna fight somebody else. That's what I thought. Which I actually liked that it was a good twist for me because I'm like, oh, that's right. Because she was. Oh, so she is. So she shot herself in the foot by accident. Oh, that is, and I loved it. By the time we actually figured it out, she had already gone past the deep end. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, she was evil.
Yeah,
that was like the really cool part was that she was like,
I was like,
I'm gonna do whatever I want, bro. Sorry.
Oh no. And it makes sense if you think of all the movies she was in, from Civil War to when she was like on the run, Endgame, all that. If you just think about it now, she just finally snapped. Like, she had that mental breakdown in WandaVision, and then she lost fake kids that she
never had.
She never had, but in the show, you didn't. They were there. They were like
selfish bitch.
Yeah, that's what the thing. I was like, oh my god.
It's kind of like, didn't you have a brother? Like, what about him? You know?
Yeah, that's the one thing we didn't like about how they brought him back, sort of, for the show, because then they brought the guy from Fox.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
But yeah, he was actually a real person that she just
Oh, they did
kidnapped
bring
in
him?
that town. Yeah, they brought him back, and they said that was her brother. But it turns out that she just kidnapped a body, somebody.
It was the mutant one.
Yeah.
The mutant version?
The mutant actor showed up, but the thing is, it wasn't actually him. It was just some guy named Alec Cockwell, some random dude who she just like
she
made him.
him
Yeah, she dubbed him his brother, gave him his memories of her, like to. Here's the role, but for us, it was obviously the funny. Hey, it's the actor who was the other guy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's funny.
So it was funny, but also kind of pissed us off because they're like, oh, so it's okay. Well, why'd you? All right, whatever. What the fuck? Anyways, but yeah, that was a little sour subject, but it was like a funny cameo.
What else didn't you like?
Uh,
Or is that pretty much it?
like when they were in that whole castle thing, they had those big ass dudes, and they were just kind of like, you know.
What the fuck? He's just like bobbing his head left and right. What are they dancing?
They're just there, kind of just standing around.
I don't remember that part. That must have been when I fell asleep.
Yeah, they had those big monster things,
Oh,
and they didn't expect anything when they're in the castle towards the
The
end.
sacrificial
Yeah.
area. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude, those guys scared me.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. They were just there.
Well, to be fair, I think they were just like her pets, but no, she was sending them out to the universe. I think those were the ones that were chasing shit.
I thought it was a star guy in the beginning. That's the only one that she sent out.
Oh shit, then it was.
I tell you, they're useless. They were just there to.
Yeah, essentially, those became her guard dogs there.
And then they died right away. They didn't even I didn't even get to see them do anything but fall.
To be fair, that movie actually packed a lot of story in that little of a time.
Yeah.
I did notice. I was like, damn, man, if you missed like 15 minutes, yeah, you actually kind of missed a bit of plot progression. I was
like I said, from the time that I fell asleep to like when I woke up, there was like a big fight going on, and I saw what they were fighting for at that moment, which was like the book, and I was just like, oh okay, I'm right on track. So I still know what's going on.
Did you miss the whole Illuminati part?
Yeah.
Oh, what the? Oh no!
That's like to me that was the best part of the whole movie.
That is the juiciest part of the steak. That is the.
So do you know? Did you look it up afterwards, or did they tell you?
So
I just kind of went off of what Liz told me.
Okay.
So you saw. So she told you about Xavier.
I saw him. I saw Xavier. Oh, wait a minute.
That's the Illuminati.
That's when they fight.
That's when I woke up.
Okay.
Good.
I woke up at that
you
moment.
got that part.
I woke up. I saw the alternate universe, Captain America, and all them.
Yeah.
I saw them.
Okay, good.
I saw that. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
That must have been the weirdest. Like, am I still sleeping?
Is it still the same movie?
Yeah, because I saw the series on Disney. So a lot of those characters I knew. Yeah, like the What If.
Yeah.
I had to see that. That's funny.
It's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I gotta watch
So
that.
I saw a lot of the characters. Like, oh shit, what the fuck? Okay, it's alternate universe. All right.
Yeah.
They're somewhere else. They're not at whatever they were when the movie started.
I geeked out when.
So yeah, that scene was the shit.
I thought that was the coolest part.
Hell yeah.
Best part was when Xavier's little fucking yellow ass thing. Anyone else catch the little time? I was like, I was the only one in my aisle, at least that I saw, was like.
Yeah. The best.
I like a mini squeal.
When I went to the theater, it was just me and another couple.
Oh.
Oh, like me and my girl.
Yeah.
And then there was like another couple in the same row, but
you were somebody's third wheel.
on the other end of the aisle or the row. So it was pretty empty.
Pretty empty. That's nice. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I also suspected what was gonna happen to them at that point too. I just thought, I'm like, these guys are not anything to like. Oh, the next scene. You know, we'll move on. Like, no, there's gonna be some. I was like, oh, there. You guys are somehow gonna get no screen time or very little. But I'm thinking like, what would do that in this plot point? I'm thinking, oh, no way. Are they gonna be killed? Like I was thinking of the Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
When they had the whole team.
Just killed them off right away.
Yeah, that's where I was like. I was just thinking. I was like, dude, whoa, we're gonna have like a fucking, you know, like a full on gang, like a you know, a whole thing, and then nope.
One scene.
I can't like. That was a 50-50 guess that was gonna happen. I was like, or they're gonna get away. Like, he's gonna get away, and they're just gonna be.
Someone's gonna get away.
Yeah.
Nobody got it.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, that's where I was surprised that this movie. One thing I liked is the gore. They got away with a lot.
Disney they bought Fox, right? So now they have access to all the mutants.
That's why they could do the cameo with John Leguizamo, the guy who played Mr. Fantastic in the Strange movie, the stretchy guy.
Yeah.
The guy from The Office.
Yeah, John Leguizamo's a Mexican dude.
I said John Leguizamo. Yeah, John Leguizamo. I would like start a petition. I would like start a petition that John Leguizamo shows up in a Marvel movie. I don't care if he's the funniest janitor in one of the Spider-Men, but please just put him in there, like one of the funny teachers in Spider-Man, like the guy who was like, I just want to say it's an honor to teach you, Mr. Spider-Man. Yeah, but yeah, he was that was a Fox thing, and they couldn't put him in there at all if they didn't own him. But they are doing a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, John Krasinski. I just looked it up. Yeah, I always forget his name too. He's always just the guy from The Office to me.
I saw his Jack Ryan. He was pretty cool.
Yeah, that show was pretty good.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
that show was pretty cool.
On Amazon.
Never seen it.
It's an interesting one, spy one. But yeah, the movie I think was good. For me, as a Sam Raimi fan, I liked it more, and I understand I like it more because I'm a fan of his stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like it, and I'm willing to accept that it's not like I don't know, like the Russo brothers or Taika Waititi.
Yeah. I like him.
Yeah, like I like his style too, but I'm accepting I also like this guy's style because I don't personally like an example. Not the biggest fan of Quentin Tarantino movies. I know. I was like, hold on. I was gonna say, I know some people are like, you should be fucking hung.
But it's like, I'm sorry, everyone. We're ending the podcast early.
So you better get your cousin here gets kicked in the stomach.
See, that's why I'm like, I know he makes good movies, and I liked Django Unchained. Like I did like it, but I don't like all his movies. But I like Sam Raimi's movies, his show, his stuff. But I get why people sometimes don't. Yeah. So this one scratched my itch. I liked it. That's why I give it, like, to me, 8. I'll buy it most likely. But to you, no.
One of the things that I like is, and even with Spider-Man, which I haven't seen yet.
Oh.
I haven't seen that one, but with that one and this one, yeah. I like the fact that they have all these universes, so now they can do just like some random ass stories.
Yeah.
That won't affect like the main Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
You know, like that timeline.
Mm-hmm. DC kind of did it already. They started it, but now Marvel's kind of like, well, that was a good idea. How about we do it since we actually, think of plans. Yeah. We actually plan out 5 movies a year to connect through like, let's connect this one through that plot point, and then this one through that plot point, and we'll figure it out by the end.
I think DC is just like they're just kind of late into the game because Marvel, they started with the Hulk. I think that was the first movie that kind of started it off.
DC had Batman, but they didn't do anything with it.
Nothing.
They did nothing to expand. They just always kept him solo, and that was the main thing. Is even in the first Iron Man, dude, Nick Fury showed up.
Yeah.
That alone, just one character, one guy. That's it.
Damn. So was Hulk really the first movie that kicked off?
Yeah, the one with Edward Norton, I think.
It was actually because I think that one released it was only technically the first because it released a few months before Iron Man 1. That was the only reason, but they were both kind of the same.
But they had who do they have at the end of that one? Was it Fury? They had somebody because like that, like a bomb. What's his name? Abomination or what's?
Yeah. So yeah, they both came out the same year. At the end of Incredible Hulk, Tony Stark showed up in there to talk to the main bad guy, for the military guy. So they released those 2 movies. So really, what started off was Incredible Hulk and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because they were both already. There's cameos technically of
them 2.
Well, no. Actually, not them 2 together, but there's a cameo of Iron Man and Hulk, and there's a cameo of Nick Fury in Iron Man. So they were
Ric Flair.
Nick Flair. Woo!
He comes out like shit.
Woo!
Trying to get the team together. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I've been kind of getting a little bit into wrestling. Not like getting into it, but following some of the new stars. Dude, there's this hot ass girl.
Yeah.
She's a buff girl.
Rhonda?
Yeah, no, not Rhonda.
Rousey?
No, she's like Rhonda. I don't know. This lady, she's like the female mean, crazy, like buff girl. I thought
you said female me. I was like,
no, not female.
Okay.
I was like, dang, she's hot.
Yeah, she's the female me. How narcissistic can I get? But no, she's I don't know her name is like RHEA, but she's like Australian. She's buff as hell. She's tall.
Let me Google her.
I don't know. I just saw her and I was like, is this a wrestler? And
for science. What is it? RHEA?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Rhea?
Yeah, Rhea. I saw like this gif. She like pinned a girl down and like did like a super sexy pose on top of her as she like looked up at the audience. I was like,
As you would normally do in a fight.
I laughed because they were like, "Damn!" I was like, oh, "This wrestling's getting hot." And I was laughing because I'm like, "Who is that?" And then after I saw that like little gif or something, then I just followed her and I was like, "Damn, this fucking chick's badass." Yeah, I think I showed Chico that.
She's attractive.
I don't know what she might not be for everybody, but dude, she's for me. She works.
Like pretzel me up, baby.
Dude, that one she can like snap me in half, and I want that. I was gonna say, I was like, watch it. I was like, watch it jiggle and fold.
It's funny.
She's got a really muscular stature.
Well, dude, they're all on roids.
On roids, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have to be.
Dude, okay, so I think there should be.
Tell me.
I think there should be
The Superhuman League?
like yes, a separate league for people who want to use steroids for every sport.
Like it's.
Oh, that's actually quite interesting. But don't you think that would kind of like taint a little? Like it would
No.
leave us.
It'd be its own
but see,
league.
no.
If I could see a whole bunch of Supermen playing football.
Hear me out. I mean, like,
Imagine watching someone jumping like fucking 10 feet. Like,
I
to
don't-
score a fucking touchdown. Like
now we're
shit.
sounding like Baki and shit. Like we're going like stuff like fucking stupid extreme.
Yeah.
But what
But
I
you
mean,
like Baki, don't you?
I love Baki, but this is what I mean is the stigma. Like people who watch stuff, they'll be selective. Hey, this is the NFL or something, but now this is the roid NFL.
The super NFL.
Yeah, the super NFL, and then people might start like going, oh, I don't want to watch that because it promotes drug usage and stuff like
So,
the stigma is what I mean. People always thought now still think creatine is like oh it's gonna bad for you. You're gonna just so many side effects when they don't know that it's actually a natural supplement. So I think that's what I meant with steroids.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool idea. I would watch that. A
So-
steroid league.
Hell yeah, bro. So
I said it'd be cool.
what I thought about was that, you know what? They can regulate it.
Yeah.
They,
Well, they have to regulate. It's not like bloodbath.
These athletes can't go outside and find their own source of this super serum. You know what I mean? Like they
Russian.
like like they get tested weekly.
No Russian super serum.
It's monitored. Doctors available.
Yeah.
Like if they can like actually
Like an administrator from a doctor.
yes, like process it correctly and safely, like
Save John Jones'
then
career.
be the shit. You know what I mean?
They should
And-
give
and
John
like-
Jones'
and
girl
it'd be
some
a-
steroids so he can fight him off.
It'd be its own league, so like people who are like, nah, cause fuck that, I don't believe in that. Like, well, they can still watch their boring ass sports.
That's what I was thinking.
If you think about it now, though, like a lot of athletes, they're on something. They're just good at hiding it. The ones that
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
ones that get caught, those are the ones you hear about.
Those are the
Well, how
losers.
many of them are already taking it? Which they are.
No, they are. Everyone is essentially in a nutshell. It's their career.
What was that bicyclist dude? Remember?
Lance.
He got caught, and then he was like, maybe you should check Lance. Remember? And then they checked him, and then Lance was like, well, check all these other bitches too, and it became kind of like a huge scandal.
Me too. I was like, him too. It's a him too movement, or them too.
They're all taking it.
Yeah, it was a them too movement. It was like, hey, check them too. Check-
Hashtag check him.
Yeah, so it's like I already feel like it's already kind of there. It's just like it's frowned upon,
Yeah, it's been there.
but
well, no shit. Yeah.
but it's like it's already happening.
These wrestlers, you're just talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
they're all on it.
But see, with them, it's fine just because it's wrestling. It's a show. It's entertainment. That's more of a
Exactly.
yeah. It's like that's where it's fine because it doesn't matter if the guy's on steroids because it's not like the fights are rigged anyways. Like because obviously it's like all right, we're gonna have.
Yeah, but some of them they do too much and they have anger issues and they're
That-
hard
well,
employees to work with.
I was gonna say, well, that's different. See, that's just like if you have a coworker in an office environment who likes to work out a lot, and yes, he takes steroids. He doesn't need that for his work, but because he does that, he's a dick at work. That's not excusable. Same thing for wrestling. You can do it to look good for the part you're playing in, but if you're now a nuisance to your coworkers, then you're pushing the line.
That's
if-
what I'm saying.
But if it's administered,
yeah,
I was say if it's regulated, they're doing the right amount, it's being controlled. I think it's fine.
it's kind of like what is that medicine that like people who take meth they have to take a small.
Medicine is meth.
No. So there's like people that take meth they're addicted to it or whatever.
Uh huh.
I forgot exactly what drug it was, but they give them these pills that are the drug but in small quantities because they can't they can't just quit because
because
they'll die, you know, or something like that. So they give them the pills, so they're weaning themselves off essentially. So if they give them something like that, you know, then everybody's like, you know, we gave 5 milligrams, Christian 5, and that way if we see it and then they check and they're like, okay, well we found this other steroid, so then you're cheating. Like you have to.
Yeah.
Like, we're giving you steroids, like why are you taking more? You know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that'd be something fucking amazing to watch. Like, watch a fucking soccer player kick the ball from half field, right? Like,
I feel like there'd also be an increase in like
clear
deaths
field in
accidental.
like 10 seconds.
I think there'd be an increase in like accidental, like I don't know if you can overdose on steroids, but like medical issues.
I'm sure you did something.
Like
I think if you inject too much, like your muscles may rupture.
See, when you say regulate,
die.
I mean, if you're saying regulation, but like the current thing is supposed to be regulated, but you're saying there's a bunch of athletes currently already cheating, so even in a regulated system, they're breaking it. What's the change from a steroid-based system where, yes, they're allowed to take more, but that means there's going to be that 1 or 2 motherfuckers who are going to be on the court.
I mean, there's always
souped up looking like Ken, and they're going to die from a heart attack by the time they get to the half court.
There's always cheating. Yeah, there's always cheating, but at least we can take away the bad stigma of like steroids are bad. Because they're only bad because
I don't think they're not bad. They're just bad for you in the long run, but they're not like bad for society. It's not like because I took a steroid, I suddenly feel like robbing a bank.
Bad, right? Like if you like take small doses of it, it's not even bad for you.
No. There's like some people like need it. Like they take that HGH, human growth hormone.
Yeah, I do know that some people sometimes need steroids. I don't know why
they need to take steroids because some.
They take it because like their body isn't producing muscle mass something.
I've known people who've like, this is my steroids I take, and I always laugh when I hear it because I know for medical reasons. I'm like, you take your steroids, you're gonna get buff.
The way I look at it is like it's kind of like weed, like I was trying to say earlier. Like back in the day, weed was like it's a gateway, and now slowly over time they're seeing their positives. You know.
Yeah.
Like if anything, like it's kind of annoying, and I know it's kind of like a political thing, but it's like if you were to compare cigarettes to marijuana.
Yeah.
You know, how bad is cigarettes compared to marijuana, you know? But you never hear that conversation, so...
Yeah, because sometimes people just don't want to hear that things have changed because they're like, no, you're just trying to get a win. Well, we're trying to educate you. No, you're just trying to get a win. It's wrong, the Bible or something. Or the Bible or...
I think it comes down to, like, who's not benefiting from it, like, money-wise.
Yeah. That's why I said it's all really about money. You'll change so many opinions if it's a matter of money.
Yeah. But going back to wrestling, it's kind of crazy how big it is. Oh, there was just that scandal with McMahon. He just...
Oh, I did hear about that.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess he was doing stuff with one of his workers, a girl.
Not surprised.
So he was giving her hush money, giving somebody hush money. He gave this person $3 million, and now it just came back.
See, man, like... I think that's fucked up on people too. Like, if they're taking money, then they need to own up to it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think to a point.
Like, you know, like to me, like if they were offended or like they feel harassed at that moment, like it should be taken care of at that moment. Don't take money and then come out with it later. I think there should be a punishment for that as well.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like if you scam an insurance company, where you're going to get away with it, but, you know, insurance companies usually scam people. That's kind of their thing. People expect that. So when you scam an insurance company, like, hey, you know, taking advantage of it, it's like a win for, so it's not morally cool that this person did take money, hush money essentially, and then still just went back on that. But to be fair, I mean, that's not even to be fair. They were just... I'm not surprised somebody did that.
I think it depends on the situation.
It always happens. You trust in human.
Yeah,
it's a fucked up world.
Like if this person was like, depending on how bad it was.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it was like.
See, but if it was bad, it should have been taken care of.
Yeah, agreed. Like, if it was the hard artery,
depending on when it happened too, because back in the day, women had no voice, and now it's a little more. It's easier for them to come out, and
it's also kind of dangerous too, because their voice became a bit of a weapon that can be sometimes. But I'm like, I was like, because now it's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's good. I was gonna say, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just now sometimes it's being abused.
Yeah, well, look at fucking Amber Heard.
Like, there's more innocent.
I'll shit on your bed and what?
That's right. Yeah.
Like,
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Nah, she's like, damn.
I'm gonna shit on your bed. Oh,
Sorry,
my
ladies. Doesn't always work.
But yeah, like that.
But yeah, so McMahon. So what happened?
So there's the allegations are popping up, and
Multiple
you know,
ones?
I don't know if it's multiple, but like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if multiple start popping up.
Same, dude. He was always even back in the early 2000s. I remember at least on the camera, he was always like being like taunted by hot chicks on the camera.
Yeah.
So now as I'm getting older, I'm thinking, ain't no way, nothing behind the scenes of those were people.
Well, they were like, yeah, I'm sure. Like, what was that Weinstein guy from the Hollywood? He's like, you can be in the movie, but you gotta do all the sign.
What is it?
So I'm sure he did the same thing.
I'm thinking it's like the rap
Wanna be a
the rap
star
king.
eventually.
Take it out.
Wait a minute, what's that song? Make you a superstar overnight.
What is it? I'm just assuming it's like the rap culture. Like sometimes some girls, like in the female artists, they won't admit it, but they sometimes had to do some.
A lot of people.
A lot of like.
Males too, though.
Yeah. Males really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
absolutely.
Hey, I had no idea about the males.
I think
know
it's a
for girls,
power.
You gotta think about like these guys who have the power
Yeah.
to make you a star or not, make or break. Like you can be a star right now, literally overnight.
Just suck some dick.
But you know, it's true for me. And you're a guy. You're like, what the fuck? I mean, no.
Really?
Then you don't want to be a star. Then get the fuck out of here.
It's a power thing. I feel like they do it to you to show you that
Because
they
they
have the
can.
power over you.
They
Like
do
you
it
might
because
be
they
this
can.
big ass buff dude, you know, tough dude, but if I can get you to do something, you know,
Damn.
it shows you who's really in charge.
Damn. That's
Yeah, bro. It's not just women who experience that shit. Men have
Oh.
to do it as well.
Oh wow.
You never heard Cat Williams
No.
stand up?
Oh, I've heard Cat Williams
He
stand
said
up.
Hollywood's gay as fuck.
I have
and,
not.
and like you know, as I heard it when I was young, you know, I didn't think about it. I thought he meant like shit's weak.
I thought he was like
But
using
no,
gay
but
as
he's-
in when they said lame, like
yeah,
oh that's
no, but he was talking about like
actually
there's a lot of
gay
stuff
type
going
stuff.
on.
Oh, well, that's I'm surprised.
Sorry, we did this to you, Christian.
It's not even like it's now those things where I'm
It's
at
everybody,
I'm at the point in my
There's
life where I
stories.
accept
Kids,
there's an
kids too.
God damn it.
I know, dude.
Oh my
Like,
God.
bro, it's fucking
Yeah.
nasty
Or
out
wait,
there.
weren't you talking about that island last week that you said Tom Hanks was there?
Epstein Island.
Yeah.
I was like, God,
So
fucking.
it's all
damn.
that shit, bro.
See,
No one's safe in front of if they want to be in front of the camera.
There's a literal underground.
Fuck that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking burn the world.
There's reasons why there's movies about it.
Yeah.
And who are the ones who make it? These monsters.
I like to believe that there's a galaxy far, far away, and that's why we're making movies about them.
God damn it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it got kind of dark.
Yeah, fucking
It is.
man, dude.
Yeah, but McMahon.
All those top guys, something always comes up with them.
It'll be Triple H in like 30 years.
He's like, I think he's in the 70s. So it's happened.
He's still old? I mean, he's still old. Is he still ripped? I haven't seen him.
I don't think he's ripped, but I'm
sure he's still big.
I remember even when he was like in the early or the late 2000s, like close to early 10s. I saw him still on WWE, just like show up every now and then. He's still like doing that little walking swagger. He always did that McMahon walk, and he's still.
70.
Yeah, I was like I couldn't tell. I thought he was like maybe 45 or 50. I was like, no, that dude was up there already.
Yeah, he's older, but still whoop my ass.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, he was actually a pretty good entertainer too.
Absolutely, he was always entertaining.
He played
I
his role
hated-
right.
I like his overreactions.
Yeah,
You know, he had these eyes like super big, like, oh, what's happening?
dude, that's. Or I loved when he would snap. He was like, oh, like every time he had the microphone, he just sounded like he would bark. He was like, oh, I was just. I remember just like, how did I not understand what he said yet understood it at the same time?
Yeah.
I was
He
like,
was good, man. He was a good.
it was good. That's why I said now I've learned to appreciate WWE, and I would actually get back into it because I know I'm like, oh, it's like to me it's like Jackass because it's just stunts. Like I want to see how like, oh shit, they're
Oh,
gonna.
hell yeah, you got these acrobatic
Yeah.
people fucking flying.
The
through
stunts
the
were always
air.
real. It's just the drama sometimes, because sometimes the drama was real behind the scenes, which can always happen. But yeah, the drama's usually planned, and I was like, oh, that's funny.
It's scripted, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, being a kid watching that stuff.
I'll do it now as an adult. Shit, I was like
Every Thursday, was it SmackDown?
SmackDown or Raw, I think was something too.
Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. I think Thursday SmackDown, And then I was like, oh, you watch Raw? Oh, no, I'm on SmackDown. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, we always just had like the public TV or whatever, so we never had like cable or anything, so we couldn't watch Raw. So I would always just watch SmackDown on Thursdays, and then they moved it to Fridays, I think.
And then I grew up and I stopped caring.
Yeah, I grew up because I was like, Trish Stratus is there no more? I don't care anymore.
Dude, I forgot about Trish Stratus. Jesus.
That's a long time.
You know what's funny? There was
So my bad. I didn't mean
Go
to
on.
cut you
No, go
off, but, like when we were talking about McMahon, and I just started cracking up. I was thinking about Regis.
So
That's why I text that thing.
That's
I
right.
know, dude. That was hilarious.
So audience, Black, Regi Godinez.
Because you're listening,
Yeah,
Black.
because I know you're actually listening. Let me tell you something about Regi. If you ever talk to him, he met Steve McMahon or Vince McMahon.
Vince
Steve McMahon. Yeah, he met his grandfather. He met his dad's dad.
So Reggie's got two hands, right?
So Regi was working at a hotel that when they were in town, he actually gave room service to.
WWE was in town.
Yeah, WWE was in town to Vince McMahon, and he was in his bathrobe.
He came out.
And then he
No,
said
he was just in a towel.
He had just showered.
A bathrobe.
Oh, it
On
wasn't a
the bathtub.
bathrobe. Oh.
Bathtub.
He said, Reggie, you trying to make $3 million?
Yeah, so the guy had ordered like drinks and food to room service. He ordered room service, and it was Reggie's job to deliver the service.
And he delivered.
And he said when he got there, he said room service, knocked, and that Vince opened the door and he was just in his towel.
He said, room service, Mr. Vince.
He had that face when you saw him. Like,
There was that side view. There was a side view, and you could just see Vince grab his tie and pull him in.
The side saw hand from inside the room.
Yeah,
Just pull Regi. And then the door closed, and all you just hear is like the do not disturb thing just jingle.
And the famous line in the Matrix, not like these.
We asked Regi, I'm like, hey, are you expecting some money?
yeah, so I was just cracking up.
Oh, that's right. That's funny. All the if anything happens about Dave Bautista, I didn't meet him, but I was like within eyes view of him. I'm like, no, I'll always cherish that memory of me, like 12-year-old me seeing how fucking tall he.
Oh, you met him? Or you seen him in real life?
I saw him in real life. We were supposed to meet him at Southridge Mall over here. The line was way too long. We weren't gonna make it by the time. Huh?
What reason? Why was he there?
It was a bunch of people signing autographs.
Oh, nice.
Just like a celebrity was in. It was like 2006.
Man, that would have been cool.
It was cool. We showed up, but the thing is, like, the line was going all the way to the mall, and so at one point when me and some other people showed up, my sister took me. I was like, I really have to use the bathroom. She's like, all right, well, they'll wait. And we went to the So we went to the bathroom. So when I went to the bathroom in that, like, I didn't even know.
He heard the door closed?
no, shut the fuck up. So we got out of the.
I know you were in here quick.
There was a.
I saw you. I'm waiting for a long time, Christian Cruz.
Goddamn monster.
I've heard about that booty.
There's a goddamn conference room where the bathroom area was, and when we got out of there, we just saw like a wall of people just like huddled around this door, and we were about to go back there to go wait in line. As the door opened, Dave Bautista and some bodyguards showed up, and I was like, oh shit! Like he was maybe where you are, Jonathan. To me, like there was just some people there.
What?
That's where I was like, we just walked out of the bathroom, and I was like, oh, no way! And I was like, oh shit, that's so cool. I was a little kid. I was
How
like,
tall do
yeah.
you think he was?
Oh,
Yes.
I'd say, well, to me, I was a kid. He looked like 6 foot, but I don't know if he's actually that. I think he's
I can Google it.
I think he's a tall guy. But what was also funny, because Dave Bautista looked like he was mad at his bodyguard, because what happened was there's a little mini interaction there with one person that was like out there waiting. There's like, oh, photos and stuff. One person reached out a piece of paper to him, and I think he grabbed it, and I saw him about to sign it, or if he did sign it, but his bodyguard snatched that shit from his hand and gave it back to the person who gave it to him.
He's 6'4".
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I guess I wasn't wrong. That guy was a goddamn tree. But yeah, when he like.
That's messed up, though.
It was like when you snatch something out of your hand, you ever hate it when someone like snatches? Yeah, so he had that look. He looked at the bodyguard who was not looking back at him after he did that, but he just like glared at him. He's like,
Sometimes I get the bodyguard.
yeah, he did it. He like clenched up. I could tell he like clenched up his chest for a second. I was like, oh, am I about to? And then he just like, whatever. And then he walked.
He probably stayed in that position. Like,
He walked away. But this is when he was like, this was before he looked like Drax a little bit. He was still buff. Buff. It's just he had a suit on and everything. But yeah, I was like. That was pretty cool. Pure coincidence. I never would have seen him because he canceled. We never made it around.
That's cool, man.
That's cool.
Like, damn. So if I hear anything that he fucked something up in like 20 years, it's gonna break my heart a little bit because I really cherish that memory.
He's like real. He's kind of genuine because like when that thing with what was that director?
James Gunn. Oh fuck
He
yeah.
said shit with James Gunn and he was like, man, fuck that. James Gunn said some stuff that people were triggered by.
10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah, and then they were like, they took James Gunn off of Guardians.
They fired him. Disney fired him.
Yeah.
He's the director of Guardians?
Yeah.
Okay.
The director, yeah, and so then they fired him, and then Bautista was like, fuck it, find another Drax then.
Yeah, because
he's like, if we don't have him, no Drax, you know.
Because he also found out why they fired him. They fired him because, again, he had already done 2 movies, and he was just set to do the 3rd one, and then somebody was like, hey, this is from 2010. Drax said some homophobic stuff, or James, the director, and he did. And he apologized for it, but he's like, it was a different time. I'm sorry, I had social media back then, but because of that, Disney actually canned his ass.
Wow.
So they really did, but that was their fault because then DC snatched his motherfucking ass up.
It's kind of annoying that
but
all this cancel culture shit because like they give them too much power. Like yes, I think they're some of it is like they should say it. Like the dude raping people like Epstein or the fucking the Olympus guy.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah, say that shit for real. But But like like back then, I don't know. There's just like different.
It's like a good tool that does serve its purpose, but it's being used for the wrong thing. So like
you said earlier, it could be a weapon.
Yeah,
it's used as a weapon.
It's used as a weapon. It's supposed to be a defensive tool to protect those who couldn't defend themselves for the longest time, and it makes sense. That's why I said some people do need to be taken down from their peg. The powers have not been even for a long time. Yeah. The problem is now when sometimes now the powers have been adjusted, you definitely see it's not always handled properly. So it's really it's a good thing, but it's also a thing that should be monitored a bit more. But I mean, it's tough because again, we're the ones who all fucked it up too. So if we're also expected the ones to fix it, it's not gonna always go like smooth. But I'd say I think we're on the right path. It's just it is annoying to have to like, oh, there's a new thing. Oh, there's a new this. There's a new that. There's just new. I'm like, well, technically everybody keeps wanting change, so this is kind of the path we're all doomed to do. Hopefully we can just tolerate the amount that keeps going our way. Reggie can't. He hates June.
Dude. So, what's up with that bike? With that Enfield?
Motorcycle? Yes.
Yes.
So I've been really considering a motorcycle. Like, I've been looking at different videos and trying to see what I want. Like, I was in the mindset of, like, buying used.
You should still. I think it's a good option.
Yeah, especially for your first one.
But, like, used bikes, to me, I feel, if I can get a used bike for $5,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Is it a lot?
Yeah, that's actually a lot.
But what's like a good price for used?
30. I think $2,000 to about $4,000. I'd say honestly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if it's like $4,000, I can get the Enfield brand new for like I think I
how many cc's? I feel
So
like
the reason-
650.
that's not bad actually.
So the reason I say spend $2,000 on your first bike is because you may not like actually riding a motorcycle. And now you bought something for $4, $5, $7,000.
Yeah.
And you don't even like it.
I have a Harley. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I understand the sign for a bike, keep it for years, investing stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say for you, I mean,
Save
you'll do what you want.
Save yourself some
Yeah,
money, man. Mine, I got it for less than $2,000. And it's a 750. It's fast enough to be on the highway.
Oh yeah.
It's comfortable enough. And I'm super happy with it because now I know I do love riding.
Yeah.
So now I'm more open to spending the $5-7 on something I really like.
Yeah.
Like then it's worth it for me because like I'm telling you, like I did a little research on the bike you like. It's a good bike to be around town and shit.
Yeah, like the Enfield.
Yeah, it's not a high performance motorcycle.
Yeah.
Don't expect anything crazy.
Yeah, and me, I'm not about like going super fast or some of those crazy videos.
Say that.
No, I don't know. I've seen crazy videos.
Yeah, try it.
So I'm just like.
I just suggest spending as close to $2,000 as possible.
I feel like develop your motorcycle personality first. Like I know it sounds dumb, but like
For
develop your taste for what you like, because you say this, I said this too, like when I first saw motorcycles, and my friend was immediately telling me, dude, I want a cafe racer, I want a cafe. You've heard that I really like cafes now.
Yeah.
I was the opposite. I said, ew, all of those are fucking ugly, bro. Why would I want
crazy.
See, I said that, but then I rode, and then my personality developed its own. Like, I do like Harleys for a different purpose, and now I like to dip more. I like different stuff. My riding is different now.
I see what you mean.
And then my tastes also changed, and in a way I didn't think it would. And I'm closer to where I know where I want to go. So I say the same thing for you. Get a cheap bike for first, develop what you like, and then get your
I like the Enfield.
hey, you know what? Do it.
Just get an older one.
Just do it. Yeah, or get an older one.
They come with warranties too, like a 3-year warranty if you buy them brand new.
Yeah, I mean that's nice too. I mean it's kind of tough because it's a warranty, but then it's a motorcycle, because then typically those get dropped, and then I can imagine that voids any warranty, and you're not gonna drop a car often.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that's why I say spend as close to $2,000 as possible, because you're gonna drop it.
Yeah.
I dropped mine like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, like
at the time I had a crash bar, so it didn't fall all the way.
Same.
Oh yeah.
But now like I mastered it, I got better at it, and I took the crash bars off because
less likely to drop.
I like how it looks without it.
Where do you? I don't even know where to look. Do you guys just use Craigslist?
I use Craigslist. I use Craigslist, Ride and Tracks.
Cycle Trader.
Yeah,
Cycle Trader.
Yeah.
I was asking about. I know there's Auto Trader, but Cycle Trader.
There's a Cycle Trader, but I use Road Track and Trail. They're out in New Berlin, I think. They're the place that will probably have the biggest selection that you can physically. Like if you and me wanted to go out right now, we could see like maybe 100 bikes there.
And you can sit on them.
Yep,
and see,
sit on them. They're a little compact
to
each other, but that's the best part is that you could see them, see which one.
If I drop, they're also a domino effect.
Yeah, actually, no, you really would. They're that close. That's why I'm like, I'm like claustrophobic. So fuck, did they put this Harley next to that Harley next to that?
I always ask them to pull it out. Like, can you just?
That is one of my concerns, because like I'm kind of a shorter dude, so I need something where I can at least tippy toe,
Yeah.
You want to be flat.
Flat ideally.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At least tippy toe.
I say most of your foot should be on the ground. If not, maybe 30% of your foot should be on the ground for that. Because then, if you ever have to like say the bike has no power and you have to like push it,
I guess you're right.
You're fucked. Like even backing it up. So if you have too tall of a bike.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's just
That's my thing. I feel like bikes are like a lot of them are made for like these tall ass giants.
No, actually, I rode 2 bikes yesterday.
Tall guys have a hard time finding bikes.
Yeah?
They really do.
Yeah,
because there's
they may not want the big fucking Harley thing.
Yeah, they might want the crotch rockets or something because they like that design, but because their frame is too big, them bending their legs is just. It's an awkward position if they're like this and shit.
Like up to their knees.
Yeah. That's the one downside of like being a tall person. Finally, is that you might make it uncomfortable for your motorcycle riding experience.
Yeah.
But yesterday I rode a Bobber Indian Scout, which actually would probably fit you well.
Man,
and that would actually fit you well because you said you wanted low. I felt like I was on the.
What is it? Indian Bobber?
An Indian Scout Bobber. My friend has it. Yeah.
Indian is the maker.
Yeah.
And Scout Bobber. I think it was a Bobber kit. But yeah, he has that.
Is it a what, 900?
No, 1,000.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a 1,000 too.
Shit.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
And it has the mirrors on the bottom, and it's got the highway bar. Like it's just like a full fucking. Yeah, dude.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
So that's like my style.
Yeah. So he rode that, and his brother has has my Harley Davidson, but it's cafe racered up. Like he bought that custom.
I even like the Honda Fury. Look at the Honda Furies.
Yeah. So I rode both of theirs back to back yesterday at the park over here because they know I can't ride mine right now, so I'm really sad. But. So I rode around the block for a second. Oh, bro, I went to 40. I cranked it to 40 on both of them because I was too scared to go higher on the parking structure. Oh, dude, it's
not really my style.
You would like the Indian. The Indian was really fucking.
Indian bikes are nice.
But the only downside is when you eventually ride, you're also gonna have to learn and watch out for
dumbasses.
That and holes.
Oh yeah.
With Wisconsin, there's a lot of holes, especially since we have snow, and with lower bikes. It's usually harder for your back unless you have a good suspension because your back is going to absorb that shit.
Yeah.
You're supposed to sit up when you see a bump, crossroads, but like a little bit like or when you stand up on your own bicycle when you were a kid and you just you just really stand up on that pedals. So you're supposed to do that. It's a little harder with an Indian just because you're already at a chair position.
Yeah.
So it's like how do you lean forward? So, but it's cool. I think that would be more suited for you if you like low. It'll definitely, your feet were on the ground. Like, you'll be good. So I'd say that would be a good one for you, but
those are expensive though, the Indians.
Yeah, his is like 10 grand.
So I was looking at the Honda CB 650 too as a starter, and those are like 9 grand too, brand new.
If I can find a used,
if I can find a used one of that, maybe.
Dude, honestly, that's why I say with beautiful motorcycles is honestly you could get one from like 2006.
Yeah.
You're still fucking good in 2022.
And I looked too, because I was like, I had asked you like what is considered high mileage for a bike, and they were saying between like I think it was like 15 to 20,000 is kind of high mileage. So
Really? Damn, that's crazy.
So,
You know what's funny?
I was thinking like more like 40 or more.
I was thinking that too.
Like close to 100.
Honestly, it's because I think people usually trade bikes in, like they sell them, trade them, or like get rid of them roughly around that time. Because usually people who get into like the bike, like lifestyle, they keep them for a bit, then they sell them. Kind of like how Reggie wants to do the Subaru, wants to do that, sell it, use it.
My bike has 30,000 on it. I bought it with 27, and I've had it for going on 3 years. So I put 1,000 miles per year.
And it's like your logic says, you know, if you take care of the thing, maintenance, it's gonna last you. And with a motorcycle, dude, it's less work than a bike. Less work than less work than a car. So you're good. It is still an expense.
Yeah.
It is not something that you should get to.
$13 for
like,
me.
yeah.
I ride that shit to work every day.
This is the one myth it's not gonna. No one should believe this. Getting a motorcycle is not because I wanna have a cheaper investment in my travels. No, it is. There's an additional expense. It's not always sometimes cheaper. That shit.
It's
still
cheaper to get the bike, but it's expensive.
It's an expense
to
still. Yeah.
own a bike.
Yeah.
Because you gotta buy
all that
for
shit.
it.
And you are gonna at sometimes it would be so much easier to have a car. It's raining hard as fuck. You need to get groceries. Like, so it's not like
gotta put the bags
the
in your,
one and all to like
between your
replace
butt cheeks.
fucking car, unless you get like the saddle or the huge thing. But it's a hobby.
I'm gonna put the sissy bar back on my bike.
I kind of thought that too.
Just because I'm gonna keep a bag right there. So
I like the idea of having a sissy bar, even except the name. Mine was like, I hated the look of it, but like so you can strap shit onto there.
Real quick, what's a sissy bar?
So a sissy bar essentially, it sounds dumb, but you know how we like to see a backseat, like a bar on the back of a bike.
Oh, like the one that for the support or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it's called there's cushiony ones, but then there's sometimes like the ones that we've been watching from Lane Split. They make like bars, and they like make them into like a trident or something like that. But they use that to like sometimes strap their luggage to that bar.
They go camping and shit.
Yeah.
But
a sissy bar originally is like a backrest for your passenger.
My bike had a sissy bar, but I hated the way it looked, and also it scared me because if I ever had to like jump off my bike, well, I can't because that thing's. I was like, that thing would just take like if I try to jump, it's gonna take me like a roller coaster. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. You should see the Japanese sissy bars. They have them. They're like, dude, they're like.
I don't know why that sounded funny. The Japanese.
They're like 4 feet tall, dude.
What the?
That style, and the bigger the better.
Oh, you know what?
You never seen them?
No.
Oh, they go dude. They even go extreme with their mopeds. They like hyper extend the shit out of them just for some stupid reason. They're like almost lowrider mopeds for some fucking weirdness. They're just a gang of them. Like LED lights stripped up. They're like at the bar. Like
I installed LEDs on mine, but I need a new battery. Like I said, I'm gonna put my sissy bar back on. There's a few more chrome accents that I have to paint black.
yeah, I want to paint my shit all black too, dude. I just want to make my bike exactly like my friend's cafe racer style. He has a black frame, and everything, and I want to ride it because, dude, it sounds so nice. It was so fucking nice and
I
fun.
want some new pipes too.
Yeah, but something to do later. I need to go get it looked at. The transmission's leaking, so I don't really want to ride it. I can. It still rode fine, but I'm gonna see if I can find someone I can ride it to that's willing to look at it. So I think I might have a guy, but let's hope, because I still want to go to the Dells. But at this point,
yeah, I gotta do some shit to mine too.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's just replacing like the regular maintenance stuff. I need new chain, oil change, oil filter.
yeah, gotta do all that shit
some
too.
Seals. I gotta replace some seals too.
At least I know how to bleed my brakes, and I probably can do my clutch too. But
See, like this is kind of an example of like their sissy bar.
oh,
That looks funky as hell.
that does.
They do it that big, and then they like to do this thing where they kind of like go left and right on there, and so it's just like it's just like in the background. Yeah.
They always have that whenever in like an anime they go like the delinquents. They always have like a motorcycle with a giant ass back like that. Actually, I just realized, but yeah, that's pretty funny.
I mean, look at this guy right here.
It looks like a giant toy.
So when do you think you're gonna make the decision of buying?
I want to do for sure my class this year. I want to.
Yeah,
I think it's not a. It's for sure.
That'd be smart actually to do that first.
I told him you should do that first because you might really you might
a bike for
you might not actually like the experience and you might just be like no nope. See, you say that
The vibration between my cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
If you feel the urge to get one and want to be one,
Yeah.
definitely give it a shot, dude.
If I'm able to.
I'll let you sit on my bike if you want.
Yeah.
I had him sit on mine.
I've sat on both of yours.
Yeah,
and I think I'm good on both of yours, but I want that cafe style. So I was thinking about maybe doing like if I do a used one, maybe like the Honda Rebel because I did like that one. But
That's a great starter bike.
So that's just like to learn how to ride the bike.
Absolutely.
But I do want the cafe style.
Yes. I say cafe. Get the personal one, the one you really want. Once you have the technique down,
Yeah.
you figured out
Once
on
you know
like.
you won't drop it.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Enfield and all the cool stuff that you can do to it now. I'm like,
Do it. Hey, absolutely do that, man. Like let's say once you figure it out.
the videos I sent you of that guy practicing on his Enfield.
no.
Remember I sent you on Snapchat? There was a dude practicing.
Oh,
right in
you
front of
did.
my house.
Yeah.
He mentioned that bike, and literally the next day I went out to walk Chief, and there was a dude in the park in front of my house, like practicing how to ride the Royal Enfield 650.
Should have asked him for his number.
That's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Okay. I'm alright. It's alright. I'm alright with
I'll
them.
watch him from a distance.
I was like, yeah,
Bye.
the bike wasn't that good. But all right, see, we gotta get our crew. That's why I'm really sad. I really want to get my goddamn bike up and running because I love riding. Oh my god, I missed it when I rode around that block on the Indian bobber and then the Harley. I was like, oh my god.
I'm
Dude.
hoping the Scout Bobbers are pretty cheap in like 2-3 years.
They will. You can always find them for like maybe 7, 8, but that's like you'll find them for that. Where
I don't want to spend more than
that's what I said.
7 or
That's the
6.
same. I'm like, and even then, I don't want to spend more. The most I've spent is 6, and I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to get a big loan either.
See, that's
I just want to pay it off within like 2 or 3 years.
If I were to get a loan on a bike right now, it might be the new Harley Davidson, the 2021.
Honestly,
Like, that one was.
they're releasing a sport glide. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I
it's
heard
kind
that
of
too.
big, but
I don't know if I want a big one, but the new version of mine that came out last year, that one's. I mean, it's worth 15. Obviously, I'm not gonna get it, but it's got a lot of like actual safety features. Yeah, I know. That's why I said I'll never get it. But it's got safety features,
Yeah.
like a bunch of cool like actual modernized shit, and they made the design look way better. That it's fitting a younger audience because Harley's main issue was they were targeting the wrong audience. They're old people still have the old ones that they got, and they have no reason to. Oh, that's weird.
That's a sport glide.
That is a weird one.
It's like a mini.
It looks like a
it's like a mini
Sportster.
glide.
It looks like a Sportster. But which would be a mini glide.
It probably is a Sportster.
That's weird because Sportster is like the
glide.
yeah. The reason I like
character.
the Sportster and Harley Davidson is like the powerful one that's not like those big ass
Sporty.
souped ones up like with like speakers like in like 1800 cc.
Although they did change the fucking heart, the Sportster big time.
That's pretty clean.
That's why I said the new Sportster from 2021. Oh, dude, it looks so. I really want it. But 15 G's, I can't do it.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's too much. That's too much.
Look how cool that guy.
I'm not rich yet.
No, but
He does.
that and Ducati, I still do want a Ducati Monster.
I want to wear a suit while on a motorcycle with my tie, just flap it in behind.
I want to have a scarf so it looks like I'm badass. Whoosh. Reggie can't wear anything because he's got to fly naked.
Reggie wants a bike too, right?
I know, but he wants.
He wants a Beamer though.
Yeah,
Those motherfuckers are expensive.
Yeah, he wants weird taste. He's got a weird taste in like.
He's got expensive.
He's bougie.
Mm-hmm.
He is, and
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, those might not even be the coolest ones out there, man. That's one thing I like about motorcycles. I mean, it's like cars too, but there's something that's like easier about personalizing your ride about a motorcycle, your customization. Just it's like to me like a computer. You can custom build your computer, or like your I can't think of anything else like that. But
pretty cool.
oh yeah,
Yeah, but I've been fantasizing us driving down by the lake.
dude, we once drove to Oconomowoc on a Sunday. We were driving for like 3 hours. I'm like, dude, do you know how many people would enjoy this type of shit?
To Oconomowoc?
That's
like a 45-minute drive.
No, we went to Delafield. Like we drove far. We just got on the
That's
front.
also, like, 45
Yeah, we got on the freeway and we just drove. We just drove. We
How's
just
your backfield?
it was tired after a while.
You drove for 40 minutes straight?
Yeah,
Oh,
well, almost 2 hours straight. We've driven
Sounds like
before.
a nightmare, too.
Yeah, we've driven for 2
Wow,
hours. I think
that's-
2 hours in a row. We've driven usually, but it's been a minute. It's been like 2 years since we have done that. But yeah, we drove pretty far. It was like me, the two guys who I said the bikes I rode.
When you guys told me about going to the Dells, because that's like That's for Black. If you're listening, that's like a 2 hour. Yeah, it's about a 2 hour drive.
That's a little under. A little
Hour and a
under.
half to get into the Dells.
Yeah.
And then it depends on how far you're staying.
Yeah. Because I was like, geez, on a bike.
I told him, like, if we do that, we're stopping every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Really?
For my back, hell yeah. For my back's sake.
Bitch.
My back, my pussy, and my crack.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun.
I have to fucking tape a 2x4 to my back.
He's gonna have the sissy bar on his spine.
Right there.
He's gonna have a
Yeah,
plank.
because like on my bike, like naturally,
Yeah.
my body wants to.
That's the
be
one
like this.
Yeah,
like,
that's the one downside with
like I'm
with
C-shaped.
cruisers
Yeah.
is the spine. That's the one thing about the style of motorcycle is really what it does to your back. So it's like a weird level of comfort. Crotch rockets, you're leaning too forward, so sometimes that's straining you.
See, I don't want that.
Yeah, cruisers, you're far back, so you're like kind of a little bit like a computer. You're leaning forward.
With the Enfield, it is a little more towards leaning forward, but it's not as bad. For
That's a
me.
cruiser. That's more of a naked style, which is kind of like it's the happy middle, where it's like little lean, but then also kind of a little sit back, comfortable.
Yeah, I can't wait to get one.
Same.
I'm looking at
Yamaha.
the CB.
The-
like a
Yeah.
CB.
The 650 is badass. The 900 is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Dude,
That or the MT-07.
yeah, I was looking at that too. The Yamaha.
100, you can get a brand new 300 for like about $4 grand.
Yeah, for the low.
300cc? No, fuck.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, cause I
That's
remember
cute.
you told me like if I get it, I'm gonna want to upgrade right away.
Immediately,
Yeah.
like what you're gonna crank it.
So
I remember-
maybe if I get like the Honda Rebel like 500.
That was a good middle. I say if you could get 650, a 650 to 750, I think is a sweet fucking number. You'll be. It's slow enough. It's not like.
You'll be fast depending on what type of bike.
Yeah, I feel like that might be too much. I even think the 650 might be a little too much because I remember watching Chava. Because Chava's bike is a 650.
Yeah, but that's a sport bike. It's like
tuned differently. It's like meant for speed.
Yeah.
mine is a 1250. Mine's a 1200 cc Harley Davidson Sportster. So technically it's got more power, but I'm sure Chava's 650 smokes my ass. It's a different. Oh yeah, you're Edgar or not what's up?
Yeah, my guy from work.
Yeah, he had a 650 and he
Yeah,
only got
600.
600. So less than half of my thing. Whole different experience. So that's why I said you got. He dusted us. He went like immediately 150. So it's not the same. So really, a 300 of that style might be good, but I still say if you're gonna get maybe an Enfield, a 650 would probably be good for you because it's not like it's. You're not gonna immediately go like nitrous. Yeah, that would be a CBR. CBR, yes.
Yeah, and I don't want this like a crotch rocket.
Not right away. If you,
No, I don't want one.
I mean, who knows?
I used to like it when I was younger, but just to me, I feel like
The risk is too high.
Cafe Racer or even the naked bikes are just a little more mature.
Honestly, I would like the 3 styles. I'd like one like mine.
Yep.
I'd like
Same.
A sport, and then I'd like a fucking scrambler or something I
Same.
can take off road.
Yep. Like I said, I want one of all of them. I want a big garage where I can have one of each. I want the cruiser. I want the cafe. I want.
Oh, yeah. Sport,
I'm like,
everything.
that's the one thing that's awesome about motorcycle. Like you can just fucking. Oh, what's today? Tuesday? Okay.
Yeah, you just like spend $2 grand on each one. And you only spend $6 grand, and then you got 3 bikes. Like that's the shit.
Granted, it's a lot of adult toys, but I mean, you know what? You're an adult. Buy all the toys you want.
If it's
Yeah.
not, if it's not fucking with your financials,
Yeah, that's nice.
And that's why, like right now, like I don't have any. My only debt is like a credit card, and that's like nothing. That's my only debt because I paid off my car already at the end of last year. So
$2 grand, bro.
Yeah.
I
I
can.
can-
Just
yeah.
pick one up.
I could afford it. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, I say
You could probably even go to those dealerships and say, I got $2 grand cash.
dealerships aren't gonna give you anything under $2 grand. Sorry, this is not even like $3 grand might be the max, so it'll really cost you maybe $4 grand with tax and everything. So if you go to a dealership, that's what you're getting. If you want to do what you're doing, you have to look at private markets. Unfortunately.
Maybe I might look for a used Honda CD.
Yeah.
Dude, let's go sit on bikes one day.
Yeah.
That way you can figure out what.
It'll just help
Well,
you.
it's more
It'll help
comfortable.
you more comfortably make a decision faster about like narrowing it down. Like, all right,
Because I thought too, like I would write, like if I got a bike but it was too big for me, I would right away put in money into have it lowered for me.
or just find the right bike.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If I like the Honda CB is not, because I was watching a video of some girl and she's like 5'3" and she was able to ride it, so I'm like, oh, I should be fine then with the Honda CB.
Yeah. The plus side about the class is that was the bike I was actually gonna save up and buy.
The Honda Civic.
No, they had a Honda Rebel 250, and I was gonna buy that one because I thought that's
those are nice too.
They're nice, but then I
ones.
realized once I got on there, I was like, oh, this is crazy. But then after I was done with the class and all that stuff, I realized those are like mopeds.
Yeah, honestly,
Like-
those would be nice for like being around here.
Yeah,
Like,
right around
if you're
here.
not gonna get on the highway at all.
Saying I think I would want to. So that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
you
Like
do want to.
like at 500. I living here, you have to. I feel like.
Yeah.
So, but like that's why like 500.
I think 500 is 750, but I still say 650 is a sweet number for you.
Yeah.
And I even say if you want a little bit more, because you will get good once you get to 750 would be great.
Yeah.
That would might maybe creep you into like not making another motorcycle purchase for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because eventually I think 900 to 1,000 cc is a sweet spot for good.
Yeah.
Like unless you want to start getting like the minivan of motorcycles with the big ass speakers and all that shit, which you'll need about
Cafe
15.
styles.
Which I mean, like with those, you do need more powerful engines to actually haul it. So those actually have like 1,800 or 2,000s. So they're fucking gunners, but they also carry more. That's like you need to be skilled.
Yeah.
I say 1,000 for just you riding on your own is a good number. 900 to 1,000 for life, I think.
It sounds like you got your style pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
secure.
I think it's good. I think
I just need to look for the class and just do it.
your motorcycle personality I described, like just feel how you ride it. Because are you gonna lean? You'll find out. Are you gonna be more comfortable? Because even on my Harley, I was like having a weird time. Like, why am I not turning? Oh, dumbass.
Yeah, you have
You're
to
like
lean.
you have to lean, so it's like you have to remember, like you just develop it how you do it. How do you take a
You
corner?
can't just go like this.
Yeah,
You
you
must
can't.
turn.
Like you can,
You
but
turn it and then you lean, and the more you lean, the more it can turn.
yeah, and then you find your comfort level, because you'll find out the measure of like that balance of how far you can lean. Can you lean and come back comfortably and not like freak out and drop it mid turn?
Yeah,
Well, that's what happened.
I like it by so-
That's what happened to Chala when he crashed.
Yeah, it can really fuck with your self esteem and all that shit. Like
Yeah.
it just like
I mean, that was fast because like to me, Chala was like a big tough dude, and I had never seen him like scared and he was like shaking.
yeah, it's because you just realize how immediately out of control he got. Like you can that's why it's good. Yes, they're scary toys, but the whole point is you have to respect them. When you're a gun owner, same thing. You respect the power that what they do. So it's the same thing with a motorcycle. You are more at risk, but you have to respect that. But you'll see people not riding with helmets, not all this other stuff. There's really nilly. That's fine for them. But if you want to be, play the game and also be
I'm ready to
safe.
Start leaning hard,
Yeah.
and then a little bit more power.
Dude, my Honda, it's taller than my Harley, and I can lean more with it, and I've not realized I like leaning. Now, I'm not, like, gonna go, like, those extreme, like, those racers where they're, like, the knees are about to kiss the ground and stuff, like, where you see Sparks. No.
But it feels better.
It's a weird high, man, when you go really fast on a corner, and I'm, like, doing this, I'm like, oh, holy shit.
Even though my bike I can lean pretty good on it. Like it's still like a heavy thing
Yeah.
that you have to lean. But I know if I was like on a naked bike, with
My Honda, too,
less weight, I'm sure I could be like.
you can all tell the difference with it. My Honda's up and running. It's 650. You can tell like you can lean more on that one. It's a little lighter too.
Feels thinner.
Yeah, it's just it's weird.
Where's you have your Honda?
It's over there. I just can't turn it on because there's something short.
If we can look at it afterwards, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's already.
Yeah, so that was a good talk. That was a very good talk. So that makes this episode 10. Who wants to end this off for us here?
Whoop,
Whoop whoop! I'll let the two guys here. They were really good at handling the podcast. How y'all want to end it? Come on, take it away, Jonathan.
This ends now. Now, give me a second. Now.
I think you gotta hit stop.
Oh wait, stop. Okay, now.